Hello, I'm Green.
And I'm purple.
Welcome back to Green and Purple. We're back playing Limbo today, and this is not the ending, but it tricked me into... Oh, no! No! It could have been the ending if it weren't for this guy. So basically this is where, like, Limbo actually starts putting, like, a little more story into the mix, because before now it's just basically there's a kid, he goes out in the woods. There might be crazy people trying to kill him, and then you kind of happen upon this, what appears to be almost like the ruins of a city that once was there. But now there's this girl. Oh no. How did this happen? Oh no. Run, Limbo Kid. There. But now there's this girl added into the mix. And again, like inside, we don't know for sure. Oh, I forgot I can't turn around.
Ow.
Ooh.
Mush.
We don't know, like, for certain who this girl is or, like, why he's just trying to get to her. Kind of the most widely accepted theory is that it's his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that he's trying to find his sister. But then, of course, that you can get into, like, the deeper story meaning where there's some people that think that this is all just, like, a dream, and he's remembering a time where, like, him and his sister were playing in the woods, and they got separated from each other.
Mm.
And, like, it may have just been him, you know, having to go back through the woods so he can find her, but in his memory, he remembers it as, like, this horrifying ordeal of trying to get back to her. Ooh. There we go. And then there's other ones where, like, oh, how do I get that? I want that. I want the thing. Oh, jeez. So what do you think's going on here, Caleb? What's your hypothesis of what's going on in Limbo? What's the end-all theory of what's actually going on?
No, don't say that.
You are now... This is the official theory for Limbo, huh?
Well, I'm gonna kind of go the same route I did with Inside, where I feel like it's a post apocalyptic world. Like, something happened, and this boy is like a lone survivor of this whole ordeal.
All right.
In terms of the girl, then I would just say, yeah, probably his sister or someone important to him that he's just trying to get back to. Because, I don't know, something happened and they got separated.
Like, she's the only one he has left type of deal?
Yeah. And, like, that's why I think those people were trying to hurt you and stuff like that. Because in post-apocalyptic world, you know, it's a kill or be killed type of situation for some people.
Yeah,
they don't know if you're a threat or not.
Or they might be trying to keep his sister for themselves. Yeah, there we go. Get up. No, there we go.
Nice, delightful.
Nice teaspoon of sugar. Yeah, but again, that's one of the reasons I like Limbo, and Inside is... Here's my theory of why these things are happening. Well, you're not wrong. Like, it could be that. There's not really any way to tell. Okay, I need to get it, like, rolling. You see.
Oh, okay.
Wee. Alright, let's try this again. It might have enough of a momentum going on here that we can get it. I just didn't time it quite right. Maybe let's just try going over here first. Yeah.
So what's your theory?
I guess my theory would just be like, I don't know. I kind of enjoy the theories where it's like, some of it's real, and then some of it's just kind of like symbolic. Where, to kids, like going out in the woods and being in the creepy woods is like the scariest thing you can imagine, right? Mm-hmm. And so like, I see this kind of as just like a nightmare where none of it seems to fit together. Like the woods and this industrial place, like it doesn't seem like it should all go together. But in a nightmare, things don't really make sense a lot of the time. It's just an amalgamation of all your different fears. So that's kind of what I see it as, like this boy and all of his different fears from whenever he was a kid, where he might still be a kid, but maybe he's grown up by now, and he just like these things make him feel kind of like a child, like in how helpless he was whenever he was younger. That's my theory, though. It's just a theory.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it. What are you doing?
Oh, then I'm trying to get the timing down on this thing. You can't theorize about a game anymore without thinking of a game. And the thing is, I don't even watch game theory that much, but like, you only have to watch it once to get the game theory. Okay, I got this.
Has Nightmind anything recently?
He's been doing a couple things recently. The thing is, like, the last 2 videos he's made, they've taken down on copyright strikes.
Oh.
Like, he even made, like, he did this live stream where he was basically just, like, complaining about how he'd put all this, like, hours and hours of work into the last 2 videos he had done, and, like, I'm dead. And then the people that own the copyright to those things were just like, no, you used our footage, so you can't, we're going to take it down, even though it's fair use because he's talking about it and critiquing the works, but just because he used part of it, they took it down.
So stupid.
Mm-hmm. And people were like, wow, Nick's mad. I'm like, well, wouldn't you be mad?
Yeah, I feel like he has every right to be mad.
Like, we just had one video, I think, last season that... Oh, wait.
Got taken down?
Dang. That, yeah, I got taken down, and it was only for, like, part of a morning, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was back up by the end of the day, but even then we were both like, what's the problem here?
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't even, like, a thing, it was a copyright thing. It was, like, it told us it wasn't appropriate or something.
Yeah.
And it was just an episode of Parasite Eve, and it didn't even have, like... Of all the episodes of Parasite Eve, that wouldn't be one of the ones that would get taken down.
Yeah.
Like, really none of them have anything, like, super bad in it. But, like, that one specifically, we couldn't figure out what was inappropriate about it. And then, in the end, we just kind of had to chalk it up to just weird YouTube stuff. Because it got put back on, they didn't tell us, like, what was wrong with it. They were just like, it's back now.
Like things.
Or did they even email us? I think we just noticed it was back.
No, they emailed us.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. It didn't explain why.
Oh yeah, it was just like we reinstated your video.
Yeah, and it was like, what was wrong with it? What was inappropriate about it?
But you can't really ask because it's just an automated system, so it's just like... Whew. There we go. Yeah, YouTube... like, sometimes people are talking about how, like, YouTube's, like, the worst and how much they hate YouTube, and I don't think I'd go that far.
Yeah.
But I do think it has, like, some issues sometimes. Oh no! Got my buns.
You made it!
I landed back on it, though. Where I think probably most of its biggest issues are just, like, it not explaining things fully.
Yeah.
Where, like...
Or being very vague.
Yeah. Where, like, YouTube Heroes, where it's like, so what, people can just take down videos that they don't like? And then they're like, well, but they wouldn't do that. It'd take a lot of work to do that. I'm like, but if you leave the door open for this, someone will do it.
Oh.
I did. Eh. Oh, but it's gonna keep rolling back into it, so I gotta go fast. I think. I can't make it that fast, though.
Puzzle time.
Yeah. Yep, now it's time to figure out what I gotta do here.
So I remember last time you were talking about Ganondorf.
Uh-huh.
And how sometimes when you're doing a series, you kind of like, it's like, I get it, this is the villain, but can we get somebody new?
Yeah.
Or somebody fresh? Or let's not just say it's always this one.
He's always the bad guy, don't you get it?
It's like, oh, this is the bad guy? Nah. I mean, yeah, but he's being controlled by him.
He's been being controlled by the real bad guy, though.
And I'm just thinking,
I don't think I can make that. Or at least I don't know how I can make that.
there's this one tricky puzzle. And it reminded me of I was talking to someone about this morning. It reminds me of Hyperdimension Neptunia, because in most of them, the main antagonist is.
I slid onto the part that was safe.
The main antagonist in most of them is this character called R4, and I do not like her character. It's like, oh, but she's a villain. You're not supposed to like it. It's like, no, you don't understand.
I don't like her as a character.
I hate this person. I hate this character. I'm not too big a fan of her voice actress. Every time I hear her talk, I'm like, please stop talking.
It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it.
And she's just so annoying. And she has no redeemable qualities about her. Some villains where it's like, oh, I can see why they're like this because they've been wronged in some way, or you feel sorry for them. But for her, no, she's just straight up evil. She's just greedy and evil, and I don't know if that was their intention, but I don't like her, and it sucks because they keep killing her, but she keeps coming back.
Oh, you can push off of it from the thing.
Nice. Still die.
Yeah. I hope it's turning again.
No.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with some villains where it's like, yeah, I know this person's supposed to be evil, so I'm not supposed to root for them.
Right.
But there's a difference between, you can still have a bad villain. That's not just a way where you can just be like, oh no, the villain's supposed to be evil. It's like, yeah, but that's not an excuse for them to just be a bad character.
Yeah, I was like, the rock's gonna come. I was like, somewhere the boulder's rolling towards you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I like. I like the newer Neptunia games because she hasn't been the main antagonist anymore. She's still in the game somehow.
She's still there.
She's still there, but she's not the main antagonist. So I'm like, okay, well that's one better step. But because in Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, she's still there, and once again, she's not the main antagonist, but she's just one of the comedic villains, which I'm like, she's not funny.
I mean, that does hurt her chances as being a comedic villain if she's not funny.
And in parts of the game, they kill her. She's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kill her. She's dead. And then something happens and she gets brought back to life. I'm like, no. I was like, no, you're supposed to be dead. I thought you were dead.
I thought we were done with this character.
I thought they had finally killed her off for good. It was like, nope. They still want her in.
Nice.
And I was like, does anyone actually like her? Which apparently, I know this one guy that does like her. And I'm just like, I just see no redeeming qualities about her.
I disagree with you.
I hate this character with a burning passion, and I wish she would die and stay dead for good.
Fair enough. I don't feel that way about Ganondorf. I'm annoyed he's in so many of them, but I'm not every time Ganondorf shows up, I'm like, no, it's Ganondorf again. Trying to think if there's one villain that I just really hate. every time they show up.
I just call her R Fart, by the way.
Nice.
Which is, it's weird. Here's the weird thing. In the game, all the characters call her these different names and make fun of her, but not a single person has called her R Fart. And I'm like, that's like the most obvious one.
It's right there. Like,
no one has called her R Fart.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I'm like,
you could try a little harder, guys.
Come on. Like, the other ones they come up with are good, too, but like...
R Fart. It's right there! Alright. Next time on Green Purple, we're gonna continue further into Limbo. We're pretty close to the end.
Maybe.
Here, we can see.
Yeah, we'll let you go. Yeah, see?
We're pretty close. We're not as close as that one time where I was like, oh my gosh, we already beat it! That one time, I think that was the beginning of this episode.
Whoa.
Anyways. But probably the next recording session we do will be Limbo. Okie doke. Whenever we come back, more Limbo. Bye, everybody.
See ya.